Yo, what's up guys? I'm back with a second video. This one I'm hoping will become part of a series every week. It's going to be my top 5 worst people of the week. So let's jump into it. It's hard to look past the events that transpired in Spain and Finland the last few days. You know, a group of disillusioned cowards acting as disposable tools for manipulative evil men who live 1,000 miles away and couldn't give one crap about them. And it's yet another terrorist attack on the people of Europe, and a conversation has to be had. I'm planning on doing some videos exploring the relationship between Islam and the West, and hopefully those will come out soon. At number 2 is the Reverend himself, Mr. Al Sharpton. You know, this insane ambulance-chasing bigot who's made millions of dollars off the back of the black community in America, whilst giving them absolutely nothing in return. So he and his fellow crazies at CNN and other such outlets decided to take the rather Orwellian approach of calling for statues of Thomas Jefferson and George Washington to be torn down. I mean, seriously, come on. It's a dangerous path you set upon when you try and rewrite history, Al. And number 3 is another man who has done so much for race relations in the US, former President Barack Obama. So Obama came out in support of the victims and their families in Barcelona, which is, it's all well and good. It's a lovely gesture, I'm sure. But I have yet to see or hear Obama shoulder any responsibility for these attacks, or to shoulder any responsibility for the thousands of innocent men, women and children he at least partially caused the murder of. Whether it's directly through his illegal drone programs in Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia, Afghanistan or Libya, or indirectly through foolishly withdrawing US troops from Iraq or intervening in countries like Libya, Iraq and Syria. He holds at least some responsibility for the proliferation of ISIS, and for him to come out like this is rich, to say the least. At 4 is Missouri State Senator Maria Chappelle Nadal, a woman with a history of violent rhetoric who gave us another wonderful example of lefty logic when she claimed Donald Trump as inciting hatred and violence, and then proceeded to call for his assassination. So, Trump condemns hatred and violence, which apparently is inciting hatred and violence, but then calling for his assassination is what, Maria? Number 5 is a bit more tricky. It's more based on my personal opinion, and it's Ivanka Trump and the Saudi and UAE governments. So Ivanka's charity received a $100 million donation from these parties. And it might genuinely be a goodwill gesture, but I just can't help but feel that this will be used to gain political favour. They did the same with the Clinton Foundation. And it just it stinks to high heaven to me. Aside from that, it's been a rather quiet week in the kingdom, apart from slaughtering hundreds of Yemeni children south of the border. Before I finish, I have a couple of honourable mentions. These go to Leanne Wood of Plaid Cymru for jumping straight on the bandwagon of one-sided diatribe towards the White Ring when she knew damn well who was responsible for those attacks in Barcelona. And also to Theresa May, who once again proved her incompetency by also jumping aboard the bandwagon and refusing to use her brain before speaking. So that's it for this week. I'm hoping to be back in the middle of next week sometime with a video on the topic that really got me into politics in the first place. I'll be back this time next week with another video for the top 5. We'll see who makes it onto the list. Cheers. Bye.